Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here. Today, we are going to dive into how to make sure that your business stays in alignment with your values and why that's so important. And as you can obviously figure out, values are part of us as individuals. Values are important to us all across the board, from what we do in our business, how we do it in our business, how we interact with our clients in our business. So values are a huge part of business building. And what I want to really express here is this may seem like a very just kind of normal topic, like no big deal. However, it can create the backbone of your business. Good morning, Anissa. So good to see you. Thank you for being here live, which reminds me, if you're watching live, let me know in the comments. I'd love to welcome you live. And also, if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, and we can move forward. But anyway, back to how to make sure your business stays in alignment with your values and why that's so important. Here's the problem. And what I've seen happen with a lot of people is they're trying to build their online business, and the people that I attract into my sphere, they're heart-based service providers. They are healers, they're visionaries, they're creatives that like to write books and get their message out, or speakers. So they're out there to get their message out, and they have a specific way, your own unique blueprint that's inside of you. You have that will be a natural path to your success. And what happens, the problem is a lot of people start out online, they're confused, they think that business is run differently online than it is in a brick and mortar business, which a brick and mortar, a local physical location that you would go to. Good morning, Kathy, so good to see you. I sent you something that I thought was really cool, sideways. Real quick, guys, I want to let Kathy know. Check your Slack channel. I sent you a resource for you for nonprofit speakers. I think you'd be fantastic for it. Now, back to going over values. The problem is that a lot of these healers, people that really have big hearts and want to help a lot of people, they start down a path that some guru may say, this is the way to make a 7-figure business or even a 6-figure business. And then as a service provider, you think, okay, well, I want to get out to as many people as I want. And you start following that path. Well, if you haven't checked in with your values, that could lead to disaster. And it does lead down to feeling withdrawn and resentful on your business goals and what's happening with your business, and almost like you start to reject a part of it. So let's talk about how values, how you can bring them in to make sure that your business is got that really strong foundation, that you're bringing people in association with what you feel aligned with. So for instance, I'll give you an example of what I mean. One of my values is leadership. So how am I showing up as a leader in my business? How do I present as a leader? How do I step up each and every day to be more of a leader for my community? So those are some of the questions you can ask yourself. And if you're stuck on how to figure out what your values are, reach out to me through a private message, and I'll give you a resource on it. However, you can just start to bring in these things that mean a lot to you. So going back to the problem where people will start following somebody else's path that may not fit for them. So if I'm wanting to bring leadership into my business, how could I be a bigger leader? Well, one, I could be a speaker. Speakers definitely have leadership. They have to command a room. They have to command, even on Zoom right now, since we're kind of locked down again, even on Zoom, they have to command that space and take people through an emotional journey and get them to where they need to be at the end. Now, if I was going to, let's say that's the value I'm working with, and then I'm new online and I see somebody say your best path to success is to blog all day long, just blog. Now, granted, there is some leadership value in that as well, but it doesn't take standing in front of a community and commanding their attention, for one, and making sure that you're giving them what they need and what they want. So it's a different type of leadership, but it's almost a withdrawn or a disconnected type leadership, a blog. So so let's say I purchased the program and I'm blogging all the time, but my true leadership path is to be speaking and talking on podcasts or in live events or even recorded events, but I'm ignoring that. First of all, the success gets it almost gets congested. It doesn't move forward. And there's not a lot of success behind the strategy that you're using because you're following somebody else's strategy. So, and you're following their value. They might be an introvert, and really their value might be that I share my wisdom through words, meaning they are like a wordsmith. Maybe they like to talk and instruct people through words. Their value might be more of an introverted value than you, or in this case, I'm talking about leadership, me as a leader would want. So you have to kind of weigh how you can incorporate these values. Another thing, for instance, here's another one. Let's say, because I do work with a lot of people who do yoga or are healers, meditative healers, and transformational coaches and life coaches. One of the things that I know as a general topic that you guys talk about a lot, and I find value in it, is being calm, being in a mindful state, being, just Zen. So Zen or calm or mindful, you see somebody like, and no, I don't, if just say, well, I'll leave people's names out of it. Let's say you find a guru online that is teaching you how to do a product launch. And a product launch is a huge undertaking. It's huge. I mean, you have to go out and you are talking to JV partners, you're creating landing pages, you're creating affiliate links, you're tracking, you're emailing them all the time. Have you sent this out? You're doing a lot of follow-up work, and it's an enormous amount of stress. A real true product launch usually is 1 or 2 times a year. You get a bunch of JVs behind you, joint venture partnerships. They help promote you. You give them affiliate links. They make money by promoting you. But it's this big, huge commotion, and it can create chaos for a person. So if your value is to be calm and mindful and have Zen moments in your business, a product launch is not for you at all. Unless it can be only if you have outsourced the entire thing and somebody else is managing the product or the process. And honestly, I don't know anybody who does that, because as a business owner, you have to be involved in the strategy that you have brought on and what you're agreeing to do. So you need to look at, what is it that I really feel calm about? How do I feel calm? Well, guess what would work for you as somebody who values calmness? Why don't you write a blog? There's a lot of calmness and Zen in writing and allowing your message just to come out. And maybe you're not a writer. Maybe you like to do word to text, like dictate word to text. Maybe that's something you like, but it's a calm energy. And you write your blog and you put a link into a freebie or a masterclass, which is basically a webinar that leads into a product or a service that you're providing. It can even move to booking a call with you, so you can have that one-on-one connection, which That one-on-one connection is, I value that as well. That's one of my values. So you'll see me do more phone call consultations or offer a 30-minute breakthrough session. And this is where I really feel connected to the person. That's my connection. I feel connected with you guys here. I like the interaction. I like seeing you guys present and knowing that I'm giving value. And I like to be able for you to ask me questions so I can help you along your journey. So that's some of the things that you can look at as far as how am I incorporating my values into my business. So it's done in a way I love it. It's done in a way I really want to do. So one of the ways you can think about it, it's how you show up. How do you bring, if you have a value of connection, but you're not out there connecting with anybody, see how there's a disconnect? Your value isn't in alignment with your business at all. So connection, you would want to put more one-on-one calls, strategy calls on your calendar, or even offer some kind of preview type 15-minute things. I'm actually going to do something that I've never done before in the new year, and I'm doing a book launch. And the book launch, I'm going to be reaching out to certain people that I really want to help promote it. And because of that, I'm allowing them to do a masterclass or a webinar. And all they have to do is buy my book on a certain day for 99 cents, and they get a year long. I will be promoting this for a year long, and they will be in front of my entire audience. But I'm making that connection with these people through I'm reaching out and talking to them, and I'm having a conversation like, what else is it that you would like? What else is it that I can provide for you? So that is another way. And also on the connection note, because I do introvert and extrovert, I can be both, but I gain my energy by being introverted. So writing the book was a really fun process for me because I got to be introverted. And the connection piece came through, or is coming through, by all the people that I'm going to be reaching out to help support the book and launch the book. And also the community that I'm developing around there. I'm going to be offering a lot of, I'm doing some journals and some meditations and some habit tracking. And I'm doing a lot of free value gifts for them. And so, and then they can come into the Facebook group and still get support around it. And that's just for buying the book. So my connection is I'm coming out to a broader audience, and I have my really personal connections that are helping me promote it. And I also got to take care of my introverted value. I like my alone time. I like my creative space. So that's how you can incorporate it and still have a strategy that'll help you get to 6 figures, 7 figures, or whatever it is. Maybe you're looking for just a few $1,000s extra each month so you can give to other people in need. Whatever it is, that's what you would take. So whatever your reason is, your why, I guess, will identify your values for you. So I just want you to look at when you're looking at a strategy, when you're looking at products, and I actually should have done this before Black Friday, right? Because I have no idea what this guy's saying on this, but I just got a comment, and I will delete that comment. It's a spam comment, unless you like champagne. Anyway, we're not talking about champagne, but see, for me, that would not be a part of my values. That comment that just came through, I'll go in and delete that, because my value isn't just going out and spamming somebody. That's not the connection I look for. So this to me, I would never purchase from somebody like that. I would never bring something like that into my business, nor would I teach that tactic to my clients. I would never say, go out and put a bunch of spam comments on, different videos or different areas. So you just need to really identify what it is that you want. Like, again, I like honesty. I like integrity. I do not like manipulative sales tactics. So I don't teach that. I teach you guys how to be very authentic. I teach you how to come forward with your best stuff. And then also know that people pay for like a chronological order of information, and people pay for being in your space. They pay for your, interestingly enough, a lot of times when I've talked to my peers about what makes them purchase a high-end product like a mastermind group, they'll say, I want to be in the energy of other people who are going for the same goals as me. So they're not even looking for necessarily a strategy. They're looking for the energy, the group energy. So that's also a value. Do you like having a team around you that helps you feel connected, inspired, finding maybe a new habit that you want to bring onto yourself? So that's how you can make sure that your business is in alignment with your values. If it's something, how you'll know if it's not something that you value, and if it's not in alignment with you, you'll resist it. Or you just won't even do it. You will struggle to get it done. You will have lackluster sales. You'll have lackluster engagement, and you won't see the results because they're not congruent with who you are as a person. So that's why you'll never see me do a huge, big product launch unless I had probably 10 people helping me. So all I was doing is answering questions from the audience and showing up for my community, because that's what I value. That's the only way you'd ever see me do a huge, big product launch. So I'll do some Facebook ads. I don't mind that because that's reaching out. The book launch is a new type of strategy I'm doing. I do a lot of email selling and talking to people and bringing them onto a strategy call or somewhere that they can get to know me. Or if they won't do that, I say, come on into my groups and I'll help you there. Just reach out. So these are some things that help me stay in integrity, which is a big core value for me that helps my business have a foundation. When you have a foundation of what you want your business to look like, how you want it run, what values you want to incorporate it, you have a much more clear sense of direction and path that you can go on. That's why I did the new workshop that's coming out, the Money Making Map. It's all developed around your own unique strategy, and it's the entire plan. So you know what to do, when to do it, and how you're going to do it, so that you stay in alignment with that. So I even create products around my values. So that's something you can look at as well. What kind of products are you creating that resonate with your values? So again, and if anybody has some questions about like what they could do, or if they have questions around values, feel free to put it into the chat. But otherwise, that's it. That's really what it is about, is making sure that it's something for you that you want to do that feels good for you. If you feel a little, and let me caveat here, I'm not saying if you're scared to do something, like if one of your values is leadership and you're scared to get out on camera, or you're scared to speak to people, that's different. That's I really want to do this, but I'm scared to do this. That's a different kind of energy. The energy I want you to focus on is when you're saying, geez, I just don't know if this works for me. I'm not sure this feels good to me. And sometimes we have to do things that don't feel good. Like I do tech on my website. I do go in and change out payment plans and things like that. Not my favorite thing to do. However, I can go in there for 3 minutes and get it done. That's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. I'm talking about a strategy that doesn't align with what you want your business to look like. Meaning it will just feel disconnected. It won't feel like it won't fire you up. Let's put it that way. It'll be more like somebody gave you homework to do that you didn't want to do, or that one of your parents or your caretaker told you that you had to clean your room when you were younger, that I don't want to, it's because I'm doing it for them type thing. That's the energy you want to watch out for. That's the energy that you want to stay away from. You want to look for, yeah, this excites me. I can see the possibility in this. I may not know how to do it, but I can find a support team who can help me do it. Or creating products around what it is you really want to bring more towards yourself. Like I could create products on how to step out as the leader in your field. I could create a product on how to stay in integrity when selling. I could create a product on connecting to your audience. So there's a lot of different ways you can bring your values into your own system, into your own energy, and make sure that your business is in alignment so it does have that foundation. So I want to thank you guys for being here. Let me know, give me any takeaways or anything in the comments below. And thank you for being here, you guys, those of you that are live. Love and hugs to you all. And for those of you watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay as well. And until next time, have a wonderful day, week, and I will see you then. Bye.